e to the 2x, and I stick the dx on the end. Everything's multiplied, so that's what allows me to slide the dx to the end, everything else to the front. Okay, I still have an integral to take care of, but there's no product rule in here, or there's no product in here, it's just one x term, and I know how to integrate that. So I'll just simplify this to 3/2 x e to the 2x, and then here, I'm going to need a 2 here, so I'm going to need a 1/2. So remember the 3/2 is going to carry along, it's going to multiply by the 1/2 here, I'm going to have 3/4 e to the 2x. And then I've got my plus c for integrating for the big integral. Okay, try another. The integral of x squared times sine x. Okay, what you should be looking for that tells you, oh, I've got to do that integration by parts, is you've got an x term times by another x term. There's nothing that has this derivative that's easy to see. That's why we've got this process. So you pick out your u and your dv. Okay, u is the part that gets simpler when you do derivative. This will get simpler when I do the derivative. If I do derivative here, it just goes from sine to cosine to sine to cosine. That doesn't get simpler. So that's why I know this is going to be the u. This whole chunk is going to be the dv. So over here, u equals x squared. dv equals sine x dx. For integration by parts, I know I need to have the du, so I do derivative here on both sides. Derivative here is 2x times by a dx. We're really doing differential derivative instead of just full derivative, but that's okay. Here, integrate. This integrates to v. Here, I don't have to do anything because the derivative of the angle is just a 1. What has sine as its derivative is a negative cosine. I don't need the plus c because I know that cancels out in the formula. Okay. Integration by parts says multiply, and then integrate these two multiplied. So, it'll be a negative x squared cosine x, just floating that negative to the front of the product, plus the integral of, actually, I'm going to float the negative, I suppose I already wrote down the plus. The negative I'm going to float to the front, 2x cosine x dx. Okay, no simplifying there. Here, oh, look at what I've got. Oh, forgot my x. Look at that. I've got a product again. I've got a 2x times a cosine x. I don't know how to do this antiderivative yet. This requires integration by parts again. Yay! So, we will do this integral over here with integration by parts again. So I have to repick my u. I'll go with the 2x, and then this will be my dv. So I'll let u equal 2x, dv equal cosine x dx. Derivative here, both sides. du equals 2 dx. Integrate here. The integral of 1 dv is v. Integral of cosine x is sine x. And now I'm ready for integration by parts for this thing. I'm going to carry this along. So negative x squared cosine x. I've got a minus this integral, which is integration by parts, which I know has two parts to it. So I'm going to use brackets because I've got to subtract this integral, which is multiply, integrate. So I'll have 2x sine x and then plus the integral of 2 sine x dx. So the only thing left to do is distribute my negative and integrate this term. So this should be it. Negative x squared cosine x, distributing in, minus 2x sine x, minus, here integrating, the 2 is going to carry along. Derivative of the angle is a 1, so there's nothing I've got to change. So that's just going to be negative cosine, because cosine's derivative is negative sine, so that's going to make this a plus cosine x, and then a plus c, because I'm integrating. Okay, so sometimes you'll have to do integration by parts multiple times if you still end up with a product over here. This one was not, because we only had the 1x term, but here it was again. Okay, this is the 1/10 here. Number 4. I will let's go, integral of x to the 5th, natural log of 3x dx. Okay, up to now, if we just follow our pattern, we said we were going to let the u equal the x term, the dv equal the rest. Well, if I let u equal x to the 5th, and dv equal the ln of 3x dx, okay, derivative here isn't a problem. Du equals 5x to the 4th dx. Integrating here, well, this is not a problem. This goes to v. The ln. Let me check my integration rules. Let's see. I've got a power rule, reverse power rule where I add 1. I've got a 1 over u. That integrates to natural log. And I've got a rule for integrating e to the u. And then I got all the trig functions over here. But nowhere do I have an integral of natural log of x. We never did that all year. We aren't going to do that ever. This is not something I can integrate. So what we have to do is switch what I called u and dv. So I am going to let this ln of 3x be the u, the x to the 5th dx be the dv. So we'll scratch all that. So anytime you've got a natural log in your integral, for sure the natural log has to be the u. So this is, remember I said 9 out of 10 times the x is the u? Here's the 1 out of 10 times when it's natural log. So we'll let u equal natural log of 3x. dv will equal the x to the 5th dx. Okay, still same process. I got to do derivative here. Derivative of natural log, if you remember, derivative of a natural log of u is 1 over u times by the u prime. So that would be 1 over 3x times by the derivative of 3x is a 3. 3's are going to cancel. We're going to be left with 1 over x. Here I'm going to integrate. I've got x to the 5th. That's just a straightforward power rule. So that means v, add 1, I'll get x to the 6th times 1/6 plus c I don't need. And now it's the integration by parts formula, which is easy with the arrows. Multiply, integrate. So I'll just start it down here. I'll have, putting this stuff, I'll probably bring this to the front, put the ln on the end. So 1/6 x to the 6th ln of 3x plus integral, multiplying here, I got 1 over x times, I'll write it out. 1 over x, if you can simplify that in your head, go right ahead, times 1/6 x to the 6th. So x to the 6th would be right in the top. X to the 6th over 1 dx. I'm sure a lot of you could see that just 1x is going to cancel out here, and you could have wrote that down. but I didn't want to lose anybody. So I'm going to leave this. 1/6 x to the 6th ln 3x. Simplifying first, this is going to become 1/6 x to the 5th dx. Canceling out one of the x's. That one's gone down to 5. And now I just integrate that term and I'll be done. 1/6 x to the 6th ln 3x plus power rule. That's going to go to a 6. So that's x to the 6th times by the 1/6. That's going to give me 1/36 plus c. Okay, your homework. It's once you get going, they're not bad, but it is a process you're going to have to learn. Where did I write that down? Right there, page 439. Quickies 1 through 5, and then 1 through 11 odd. That should be plenty of those to try and work through.